Yo. So it's been a while since I've done a plant tour. I've done a plant tour. A lot of stuff has changed. Not like a bunch, but some stuff has changed. And in general, I thought it would be time to do one because more things are going to change come spring, which is very soon, and I'm excited. Yeah. I feel like my last plant tour, which was in February, a lot of people got mad at me for saying I was going to get rid of my plants, which I take them to the greenhouse where I work. I don't throw them away. And also, feel like people got mad at me because I call my plants ugly. And I do find some plants to be ugly, and I think that's okay. But I still love them, but sometimes they're ugly. And usually that's my fault. That's not like the fault of the plant itself. It's usually that I neglect them or I am putting them in the wrong conditions, so they're never gonna not be ugly. So yeah, they just go to work where I work at a greenhouse and they just get sold, or my coworkers take them home, you know, whatever. So anyway, let's start the tour. I'm gonna try to do a count instead of like listing the names on the screen. So yeah, this is my satin pothos, or Scindapsus pictus. It's pretty big. He's got really pretty leaves. He's like growing over these little rocks here, over my deer skull, all the way down here. He like, that's my X-Paw. You know, he's like taking over. I love that little guy. So then down here is my little lucky bamboo. He got a little chomped on by my grandma's cat, which, you know, they're technically toxic to cats, but he doesn't seem to care. It's mostly just like irritating to them. But yeah, he's doing okay. I might have to trim some leaves off and maybe move him somewhere else so that he doesn't get eaten on the floor. So this guy, I don't think I had last time. This is my fiddly fig, ficus. You know, he's just a guy. I got him from Lowe's, and he's doing okay here. I'm not 100% sold on these plants at all. I really love them as like giant trees. Like if you go to like a botanical garden and see a giant tree ficus, it's awesome. But like as a houseplant, I don't think they're that tend to be that happy. And this guy, they're very on trend. Everyone wants one. So I finally got one, and he's mostly just been sitting here, like not growing. But I still love him, and he needs water. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I think he's pretty. I wish I could get him in like a really cool like area. So he's probably gonna put out a new leaf. I don't know. We'll see. So then down here is my rattlesnake plant, my Calathea. This is one of the only Calathea I have that was not affected terribly by a spider mite infestation. I've been dealing with spider mites for the past 2 months. It's terrible. They might die. Well, a few of them have already expired, or I've tossed them because they were just so infested to the point of no return. And this one also has not been suffering from any humidity issues, like has no brown leaf tips really. It kind of likes this lighting, which is weird because this is a very direct west window, and usually they don't like that. And he hasn't been faded or anything, but yeah, I really love this plant, especially next to my little deer thing sitting there. Yeah, so that's that guy. He's cute. So then this boy, my Philodendron Imperial Red, has a new leaf. And in this lighting, it's kind of more of an imperial brown, but you know, it's got this big leaf. I have to rotate it to try to make it grow better. I also feel like I definitely under or overwater it, but that's okay. I still love it. It's still good. He's just very shiny, and yeah. So then this is what remains of my one Tradescantia. I ended up like totally trimming it back and then rooting these in water and then putting them in soil again, and I still don't really like how they look. I don't know. They're cute, but I don't know. They're kind of, I'm sorry I'm calling plants ugly again. I love him. Okay, he's beautiful. Here is my walking, growing carpet, purple passion plant. And he's just like, you know, flopping that way. I need to trim him back because he does have some growth, like here, in there. But he's just like growing sideways for some reason. And then, yeah, another growing sideways plant is my purple heart. He's trying to get to the light. Can't even see him. It's a Sacretia. You know, he's gonna go outside in the summer. So, that's cool. So then this big guy needs some water. This is my Rex Begonia. His leaves are just so big that it's really hard to keep the humidity high enough for him. And like in this window, he looks really backlit. He's also trying to bloom, which means he's stressed, but yeah, I really love this guy. He's got like silvery, it's just really backlit. Well, yeah. So then this is a new addition. It's a Peperomia, and it's got that red tinge. I love the variegated Peperomias so much. Yeah. And then this is another Peperomia. Take turn around. He's been doing a lot of blooming. It's a Peperomia caparata. And yeah, he seems really happy. He's just like putting out blooms like a crazy person. Yep. So this is another begonia. This is begonia fireworks. And his leaves are just kind of big and curly. And I think he also hates my water. My decently hard water. Ooh, that leaf's pretty. That one's a new one. But yeah, he's gonna go outside. And this is a Chinese evergreen cutting that I took. He's got some pretty, like, yeah, silvery markings. And those ones over there, they're like half dead. I don't think they took. But he's got a new leaf, so that's cool. That's cool. This little guy is a little gold dust Dracaena. He's got new leaves forming here, and he's, you know, he's looking okay. He's looking pretty cute, pretty speckly. I really like when they come out with new leaves because they're like bright yellow. Like, yeah, it's pretty. So, here's my pear plant, my Maranta. Kind of have it tied up because it just started growing sideways like a crazy person. It's a plant, it's not a person. Yeah, but I really like the veins on these guys. They're like really cool. So then down here, this is new. This is my leopard gecko Felix. He used to live under somewhere else, so I bought this new house for him. There he is. He has this wilty pothos in there, and he has my Dracaena Warnicki. He likes to fling his calcium around and spill his water. This needs some serious water because I haven't watered it in a while. But yeah, that's my Dracaena, Warnicki Dracaena. And on top here, I got some pothos cuttings that are growing that I need to repot. I've got another Rex Begonia. I've got some Sansevieria cylindrica cuttings or divisions. I've got another Rex Begonia. So yeah, that's it. It's really backlit, sorry. And up here, exciting things are happening. There's pothos. A pothos. That's a cordyline, which has shot out a bunch of growth from the top, and that's cool. This little guy is suffering. This is a Kalanchoe humilis. I believe it has actually a powdery mildew. That's like what the fuzzy white on the leaf. Ooh, not gonna focus on him at all. But it has fuzzy white on his leaves, and yeah, it's just a concern. It keeps dropping leaves and then regrowing them. This is my slightly stretchy Echeveria setosa. It's kind of tall, stretched towards the light. It has its baby. But the actual rosette here is like really dense, so I might just behead it. Sorry, I'm like, my plants are so ugly. Anyway, and then I'm not gonna get him down because I'll definitely like drop him. But that's my Pro von Nürnberg, which is actually pretty colorful still. It's just kind of not appreciating the grow lights as much anymore. So then, I've got all these babies, which I need to rotate because they're all turning towards the light. Because my grow light's not wide enough. But yeah, all these, there's a baby coleus, there's a baby ornamental peppers, they have tons of leaves, and then some baby, those are echinacea, it's a coneflower. And there's tons of coleus. I need to water them, well, not all of them, but yeah. So they're gonna go outside soon-ish. So then my plants, my shelves. Here's my one Rex begonia that's black, super cool black. This is a Peperomia nitida. I think last tour I had them all in separate pots and I put them all together and now they're happy. And then this little guy, my Pothos Pearls and Jade, which is like exploded with growth for some reason. I was very happy. I really love, well, I'm really glad that the variegation has stayed really intense despite being in like a kind of dimmer area. Well, it's not dim, but it's like a little farther from the window. Very crazy speckles. And then this is my Philodendron Brazil, which is very pretty. Starting to, also keeping its variegation. Look at this leaf. It's perfect. Starting to trail over. And then this is my Hoya, Hoya carnosa variegata, which has got a few new leaves. This is a new leaf. Those perfect little speckles on there. And this is some new leaves here. It's not going to focus, but it's got 2 new leaves there. I think it's growing another one somewhere else. But I downsized the pot. So it used to be in a like 6-inch big pot, and now it's in a terracotta 4-inch pot. So I like shoved it in there, and you know, hopefully it starts growing more because it hasn't grown a lot at all for me, and it's actually been dropping leaves and losing them, and it seems to like this light. It also seems to like, you know, the smaller pots, so yay. Oh yeah, here's my yucca tree. It's suffering. It doesn't like where it is, but I don't have anywhere to put it, so it's probably going to go outside in the summer, or I might get rid of it. But I only got it for $5. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not going to throw it away unless it full-on dies. I'm going to take it to the greenhouse and sell it, which this would sell for probably like, at the greenhouse where I work, this would probably be like $30 or more, $40. I don't know. It's pretty tall, pretty happy, except for it just, the light's too low for it, and yeah. So there's this little buddy. Ooh, I'm knocking stuff over. This is my Monstera, and he's still growing. Definitely need to, ooh, he's like, I definitely need to put him in a bigger pot because he's starting to get really, really tiny leaves, and in general not like doing the best and drying out way too quickly. He's been in this pot for a while and it's pretty small, and he could use some new soil, some fresh soil. But yeah, he's pretty big. Like this leaf, hold on, where's that big leaf? This big leaf is huge. Yeah. So the light on my fish tank isn't on yet because it's too early, but this is my pothos that goes up the wall. This is like the dimmest corner ever, and it still grows. It just, you know, cool. And there's one here. So then these are my mom's plants. I'm not gonna like show you them all, but just kind of briefly do like a tour. But this one's really cool. This is a new snake plant that's like really variegated. And then this little guy. This little cute little dude. But yeah, yeah, cool. So in here is Spider Mite Quarantine Land, aka Neglect Land. This is my Fusion White Calathea, which it might be okay. It's really dry. It might survive. I don't know. I just don't want it to be like a constant vector for spider mites, which it seems like it is. It's very sensitive. And yeah, if I can get it to come back, that's chill, but if not, then it's getting tossed. This one actually I will toss because there's spider mites on it. And this is my Calathea burrow marks or whatever. And this one might actually not have spider mites anymore. I treat them with neem oil mostly, and then I have some other stuff that I basically just wash them off and use soap and water, you know. Yeah. Some other methods, but I have to wait to use like a really strong pesticide until I can use it outside, because you can't use it inside. But yeah. So this guy's wilting, but this is my money tree. I had to toss my other money tree because it was so infested, like it was extremely infested, and he's needs some water. He's suffering. So then this, in the middle of my spider mite debacle issue, my mom brought me home this rubber tree from somewhere, and it has spider mites. Yay. So I don't actually know if I'll be able to keep this rubber tree happy. I mean, I love it. Look at it. It's so pretty. But I don't know if I have an area that's like the correct light. And I also just, it has really bad spider mites. And I kind of half killed it using neem on it and washing it. But look how pretty. Wow. And I did have a pinstripe calathea, which I ended up tossing. It just lost all its leaves and was a terrible spider mite infected thing. And then I think there was another plant in here. I can't remember. Oh, well. Oh yeah, and look at this little guy. He's just growing. So this video is already extremely long, but I'm going to make it extremely longer by going through my succulents, but I'm not going to go that intensely into them. A lot of them are kind of suffering. But yeah, here's my setup. I got my little rack on the east window. I got this little area over here. Yeah. So here's my prop pot. I'll probably make a video on that, going through it, and then potting it up, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to come out of there. Here's some little babies. This is a Haworthia. A Hortheopsis of some kind. I think it's like, I don't remember the name. And yeah, these are some dying props that have the powdery mildew, which is spreading. There's a jade, there's a Cryptopetellum, there's a jade, there's some Hawortheopsis. There's my little, it's a variegated bear paw. So cotyledone. There's another one, which is just a stick. And up here we have, I've been treating them with cinnamon, which is a fungicide type thing. And I don't want to use like an actual fungicide indoors. So yeah, so I've got this little guy. This is my Kalanchoe tomentosa. This is a Echeveria nodulosa, painted lady. This is a cacti of some variety and kind. This one is blooming, so that's cool. This is a Echeveria compressicalis, I think, and it's kind of suffering. It's kind of suffering, but that's okay. So in general, I just remembered that I had repotted these. Like last time I had them in little pots, and the mix was like topsoil and perlite mixed together, and this now is a kind of custom, not a custom, but a mix that I bought that is basically lava rock and clay, and it's used commonly for like bonsais, but this is kind of a chunkier version for succulents. And they seem to be pretty happy in this, especially my little tomentosa. This guy has the fungus. This guy does not. This is my other tomentosa. Little heart-shaped leaf. Then this is my flapjack, which has been less affected by the powdery mildew issue. That's just like a bunch of cinnamon there. He's got new leaves. Look at them. This is a jade. I think it's called lemon lime. He's very variegated and kind of suffering. I need to water him. Yeah. And then this is my tiger jaw. My other tiger jaw actually died. I overwatered him after repotting into this new soil, and he was just like exploded. So this is a new one that I bought at Lowe's, and you know, he's very angry. Looks like a cartoon. I need to water him, probably. And then this, some Pachyphytum. This, some kind of Cryptopetellum, I think. This, my lithops. They need water. Up here, these are my, this is a possible Rhipsalis thing. Mistletoe cactus, maybe. I don't know. This is an aloe. This is a dying kalanchoe, which is so sad because this one was the one that my kalanchoe bloomed and my flapjack plant bloomed, and this was one of the pups, the only pup that survived. And he's just, you know, seriously like suffering from a combination of like a fuzzy powdery mildew and probably under or overwatering. So that's sad. But hopefully he comes back. He does have like one little leaf in there that might, you know, grow. I don't know. Anyway, this is my Haworthia cooperi, probably. He's very squishy and like translucent and squishy. This little buddy is my Sedum nussbaumeraneum, and he's pretty big. He's in this terracotta pot now. Back here is my Echeveria pulvinata, so he's kind of like a shrubbier Echeveria. Hopefully he blooms again. He's getting out. I think he was putting out bloom stalks somewhere. I don't know. He didn't really like the winter because I didn't water him enough. He likes a little bit, I don't know. Yeah. And this is my cacti, some kind of cacti. And look, he's growing a new thing. Anyway, I think it's at Cereus repandus or something, menstros. I don't know. I don't know much about cacti, but he's getting arms. Yay! So this is my Crassula perfoliata. And look at those perfect leaves. Look at them. See, look, I'm not calling my plants ugly this time. I love these plants. This one was actually a baby from one of my other plants. Actually, it's up here. This guy. So I chopped him back. You can't see him at all. Yeah, but he's growing well. He's just kind of growing weirdly, doing what he wants to. This guy's getting in the way. This is a little Portulacaria afra. Okay, so then there's an aloe and a really tall kalanchoe, which needs to go outside, and a jade, a little jade, and my poinsettia, just because. There's another Portulacaria afra back there, are also called elephant bush. There's like spiders building webs in there. This is my big jade. Oh, I just stepped on a cat. I'm really bad at filming. This is my big jade. He's stopped dropping leaves, and in general will probably look way happier outside. But he's got a weird growth pattern. Yeah. And this is a Hoya Curtsii, that I really need to repot before it dies, because I got it from Walmart. But yeah, it's got these little leaves, and it's cute, I suppose. Over here, we got a ZZ plant, which is, you know, he's a ZZ plant. He needs water. Then my Christmas cactus back there. And this guy who really needs to go outside really, really badly because he hates being inside and he hates life. This is Graptopatello. He looks really pretty in the summer, you know? So then this video is like eons long, but then we have these new shelves. These new shelves. They're not new, they're like a month old, but you know, they're new to this channel, I guess. And there's a lot of plants on here I just realized that need watered. So yeah, so this is a big orchid. Yeah, this is a Norfolk Island pine. This is a wilty peace lily that I didn't get rid of. I kept. This is my staghorn fern, which has scale and also needs watered. This is a Rex begonia that needs watered. A little baby chunk of a ZZ plant, looking good. This is an orchid. A little baby begonia that I found in a plant. It's really tiny and might die. This is a snake plant, which might die. This is an orchid. This orchid actually had mealybugs that I noticed, and I think I got rid of them, so that's good. None of my orchids have done any kind of flowering this year because I've been neglecting them terribly. You know, this guy needs water pretty badly. This is my Kleinia, or weeping jade. It also needs to go outside, but it's variegated, and I hope the variegation returns because look at it. It's so cute. Yeah. So that's that guy. And then this is my really needs watered oxalis, purple oxalis. It's still blooming. just really needs watered. It's suffering. Here's my little, one of my little tillandsias. This guy is suffering also. This is a, my devil's backbone. He dropped all his leaves because I wasn't watering him enough, but you know, whatevs. Then, this is my Easter cactus, which is done blooming, and it was so lovely. This is a Spanish moss, so kind of tillandsia. He's happy. We've had him for like almost a month now. He's happy. And my big old air plant here. I don't know what kind he is. A little spider plant. This is my kalanchoe, my red double flowering kalanchoe, which has stopped flowering. I cut him back pretty decently. And here, string of pearls. Very backlit and dark. And there's some kind of plant growing in there. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Anyway, so satin pothos cuttings I rooted in water and then put in soil, and they're kind of transitioning with difficulty. Like, it's way less humid down here. These leaves are really curly, and in my room, like, none of my leaves on my pothos are curly. Yeah. There's a little orchid. There's a little African violet. Stopped blooming, but it's cute. And look! My freaking ficus! Oh, it has leaves! Yeah. I hate this ficus. I mean, I love it, but I hate it because it drops its leaves every winter because it gets too cold in my house, and it hates it. But yeah, look, it's not dead. It's growing leaves. I love it. This is the pansy, or viola. I don't know which one. I found it. This is a streptocarpella, which really wants to go outside so it can get blooms. I think it is getting some bloom stock somewhere, but yeah. I also need to water it. This is actually a perennial. It's a black mondo grass, so it needs to go outside immediately, but it's really pretty. Yeah, okay, that's it. Then these are going to be the last plants here. This is fake. This is a daffodil cutting. This one I was going to get rid of, but I didn't. This is my Philia, cyclamen, kalanchoe. These are my mom's, what the hell are they? Orthiopsis. She like stuff. That's a kalanchoe. That's my Haworthia. Another one. Haworthiopsis. Tillandsia. Another tillandsia. So that's, I think that's all of them, except for the plants that are down there. If you can see them. There's like a few down there that are mine. But yeah, hopefully soon it becomes warm enough outside for some of my plants to go out. This video has been so long, and I know no one is going to watch it. Well, probably some of you will watch it, I don't know. I forgot these guys. I'm a dummy. I forgot my, the burro's tail. Here, burro's tail. Well, I'm really bad at filming anything. And my, Crassula perforata, which is growing crazily. And my snake plant. Yay! And there's some pansies out there. And that's a poinsettia. Yeah, so that's been my plant tour. I will be doing a video on these guys when you know, like in a few weeks when it's warm enough outside to repot them all. And if I can dig up enough pots. Here's some right here. But yeah, so look forward to that, I guess, if you care about finding out what's in there. Thanks for watching. Yeah, cool. Bye. This is the plant-eating culprit, looking innocent. Yeah, that's right.